Welcome back to the Yap and Sip podcast
with Ren
and Kay, where we have
no filters
and we make
no apologies.
Hi! Happy Mother's Day!
Is that a little Mother's Day edition?
Yeah, it's Mother's Day and as we've mentioned previously, it's getting quite cold here on the Gold Coast in Australia.
Happy Mother's
Cheers!
Day, Mama.
My cup says best effing mum ever.
Mine's world's best mum.
But
World's best mum because I've been a mum longer, maybe.
world's best mum ever.
It's fucking hot. I made it really hot so it lasted
Oh,
long.
I love a hot cuppa.
Fuck, that's hot.
Oh, it's so good though.
It's warm as your soul.
So it's just a good little English bricky tea with a couple of sugars and a dash of milk.
Yeah, I don't usually have sugars in. I've got a cup of tea story. It's a really, really quick one, but my sister used to always make me cups of tea at her house. And I used to die, and every time I made it, I never knew why I couldn't make it properly. I'm like, oh, can you just make your own fucking cup of tea? I'm like,
Yeah, but it's like the chicken wraps. You're like, I don't want to eat a chicken wrap unless you're going to make it. So it's when other people make you the things, it's better. Oh,
because I figured out that when I make it, I obviously don't have sugar, but when she was making it, she was doing like 3 teaspoons of sugar.
oh, so you were like addicted to it. It was like a sugar rush.
It was the sweet, and I could never understand why I couldn't make it, but because she was fucking overloading me with sugar.
Well, I drink tea because my mum drinks tea. Well, she doesn't drink tea anymore, but I grew up with her drinking tea, and I'm talking like 2-3 cups a day. So I remember being in like primary school and always like flogging her cup or dipping my biscuits in her cup. Just drink tea ever since.
My mum used to make me a cup of teas in pop-top bottles, and I used to fall asleep with them. Fall asleep with a cup of tea in a pop-top. That's kind of bad for a kid, eh?
How old were you?
Man, I'm talking like fucking probably 7 or 8. Like Rhea. Imagine Rhea falling asleep with a pop-top tea. Cup of tea, you know.
It's cute because that's what your mum did for you, but it's actually disgusting.
It's pretty fucked up, eh?
Yep.
That's pretty
That's
fucked.
like-
She probably definitely put sugar in it.
Kids that are like running around with a bottle, but it's like full of fizzy. And they're like,
Or like cordial. Gets me. Sorry to the mums that, it's your thing.
look, whatever works, but it's...
Whatever works, but the poor tip. I had like this kid up the road from our house. His name was Dakota, and he had no teeth, bro. Like his teeth were black because he used to drink fucking softies, and it's so bad. It's so bad.
Oh, but anyway, we're not here to judge the mums.
We're here to
Celebrate the mums, all of the mums, the dog mums.
Don't give your kids cordial.
But anyway, here for the positives.
Yeah.
So I want to start off, and we already know from our previous podcast episodes.
I can't believe I just did that on the...
What did you do? Oh, cool. Hope we got that. We know that you're a mum. We know that Miss Bonnie is turning 18 this month.
Oh.
So first and foremost, how do you feel about her turning 18?
It's so wild. I was having this conversation today with one of the girls that I work for. 18. Like I've been a mother for 18 years. Like she's about to get tattoos and do all the things I don't want her to do. It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's turning 18.
And she could literally like turn around and be like, okay, so I'm moving out. I've got a flat with my friends.
Yeah, we know she's never doing that.
I mean, she's definitely not going to.
Yeah, she's going to probably live with me for the rest of her life.
I mean, it would be the smart thing to do.
Yeah. But yeah, she can just whatever now.
Wow.
I know.
And we also know that you obviously were a teen mum, so you had her in high school.
Yeah.
How was the birth story?
Birth stories?
Yep.
So we're both going to do a birth story?
Yep.
Oh, you got 2. I got 1.
Yep.
Buckle up. My birth story was fucking horrible. I don't know, like... So I was in labour for over 2.5 days.
Me too.
Were you? Oh, look.
Yeah, it
See,
fucking
learning new
sucks,
it's
right?
fucked. It's
Yep.
With
Rhea.
Rhea?
Yeah, she ruined me.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was, I was in labour for 2.5 days. I was at home for like 72 hours. I don't know, some shit. 2.5 days at home I was in labour. Sorry, brain, 18 years ago. 2.5 days I was in labour at home. So I was at my sister's house and I started having my contractions and I was at her house the whole 2 days. I don't know why. Anyway, and then I obviously had to wait for contractions to get closer, and I specifically remember my sister, and she'll remember this. She was making her first ever roast chicken. And I was like, I remember saying to my mum, we aren't going anywhere until I
Eat the roast chicken?
eat dinner.
Yes.
Like I was like, I'm not, and if anyone knew me while I was pregnant, like my sister will still say
We
to this
didn't
day,
argue
I
with
was
you?
a psycho nut. And if it was food orientated,
we
even
give the woman
now-
what she wants.
Yeah, I'm the same now.
Yeah.
Maybe that fucked me over. But yeah, like food was like I was I was a child. Obviously, I was 45 kilo. I got to 90 kilo. I put on 45 kilos while I was pregnant. Anyway, so yeah, I was in labour. I had my roast chicken dinner and veg and bread served onto a plate, and I had to take the plate in the car because I was like, we thought I was ready to go.
Oh my goodness.
So I like got the plate.
We're not
on my
sacrificing
belly.
the chicken.
Nah, I was waiting for the chicken. And then, so I took it in the car. My mum was driving and I had it on my plate, on my belly, and I was like eating it. And then when I got to the hospital, I was in there, all in all, I was at the hospital in Flinders Medical for 18 hours and 10 minutes. But
This is really specific.
yeah, 18 hours and 10 minutes until I had her. But at shift changeover, they were going to send me home. Like the shift change. So the nurse was like, all right, well, we're going to send you home. Me and my mum were tripping because we had parked in the parking. This was a Monday. Yeah, it was a Monday. We'd parked in the parking. We had no money. We wouldn't have been able to get out of the parking lot. Like we couldn't have paid for parking. So I'm like looking at mum, I'm like, how are we going to fucking do this? Like we have no money. Like maybe they'll let us out. And then shift changeover and the new nurse come in, the midwife, and she was like, how are you feeling? We were like, I said, I don't know. Like we've got to go. Like the lady said that I'll just leave and then come back when they're closer. She's like, you're not going anywhere. And I'm like, what? I was like, the other nurse has legit just told us we have to go. Like
Yeah.
I'm freaking out. She's like, nah. She's like, you're not going anywhere. Like you're
Thank
going to have
goodness.
this baby. Yeah. Because we couldn't afford it anyway. I was like, fuck, how are we going to?
We're here for good now.
Yeah, and my mum got paid on Tuesdays. So
Yeah.
I think that's why I remember it was a Monday. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then I was having baths and showers and it was fucking brutal. And I had a pethidine shot.
Pethidine. What's
yeah,
that?
pethidine's like, I think it's like a morphine maybe or
Yeah,
something.
I remember having morphine shots.
And it just made me really sleepy. It didn't really help with the pain. And then when I got to 6 centimeters dilated, my mum begged me to have the epidural because I was like, I don't want drugs. I just want to do it naturally.
We all said
idiot.
that.
Have the drugs, guys.
Do it. Why? Like,
Have the drugs.
honestly, on that, I now, from experience, and I wanted it with my son, and you'll find out why I couldn't when we chat about that story. But I'm like, if you had the chance to just walk in and get the drug straight away and then actually be able to chill and enjoy your birth, do it. Because all of the pain and all of the exhaustion takes away all the fucking happiness.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry for everyone that can just walk in there and have all these people around them and have such a beautiful birth and everything. Like, honestly, grateful for you. Like, happy for you.
Yeah.
But fucking do what you can because you ain't sleeping. From the moment you get your first contraction, you're not sleeping.
Yeah, and I think it's more so like everyone, like I love that women get to experience birth without drugs and you feel that, and it's meant to be the most exhilarating.
Yeah.
Like, but don't be scared of the drugs.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh, I don't want to put drugs in my body. Like, no, babe. Like, if you need them, have them. Because
Yeah, just go in thinking my plan is not to, but I'm okay if I get to the point
Yeah,
where I need to have them.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I was full like, no.
So did you get the epidural?
Yeah, at 6 centimeters. And then I felt absolutely nothing from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty brutal. But my whole experience, even like after, like when I had her, I think because I was so young, the nurses were fucking horrible. Like I had a pretty, we were in there for like 10 days after, and Bon had like fluid on her lungs. She was a bit like gross, so she had to be in neonatal unit.
She was a little bit gross.
Sorry, Bon. She had to be in neonatal, the NICU, like the neonatal. And then they kept her in there for ages, and I kept thinking, like, what the, like, they were forcing me to breastfeed. I couldn't breastfeed. Mm-hmm. They were pushing that. I was just like, I fucking hated every second of it. But then they were keeping her in there, and I'm like, why is she in here? Like, she's bottle feeding. Like, we need you to breastfeed. I'm not breastfeeding. Like, I remember my mum nutting. Like,
back then it would have been so like,
oh, it was
breast is best.
It was horrible. Like, they were horrible to me. But then they kept her in. We found out they kept her in because I was young, because her dad was young and he had a criminal record. So
they knew about that.
And so I had to have a meeting with like the child welfare.
They were keeping her and trying to be all hush hush as to why they were keeping her, but they had to keep her so they could get the people in.
Yeah, that's what I reckon.
What?
Yeah, that's what I reckon. So
even though you had like your mum there and your sister there and
I remember
adult support.
I remember me and my mum sitting in this meeting, and I just said, I don't care what any one of you have to say. And meanwhile, I'm 15 years old.
Yeah.
Like, so, and I just remember like saying, I don't care what any of you say. I don't care what anyone says. I'm taking my baby home. Like, I live with my mum. Like, it's me and my mum. I live with my mum. He lives at his mum's. Like, he's fine.
That's all we need to tell them.
That's all we need to say. But like, I'm taking my baby home. Like, this isn't, she's not in any danger. She's not, and they were just like, well, no. I said, I don't have, fuck all you. I was losing my shit.
Take me away because we already know that we're ready for jail.
Yeah. You know? So, and then I took her home and I had to have like they had to come and see where she lived and stuff like that. And they just walked in. They were just like, oh, we don't know why we're here. Like, she had a beautiful space and everything was perfect, you know. So, but yeah.
So was Bonnie's dad at the birth?
He was at the birth. He was there, you know. You're all gonna see this. He was there, definitely. Okay. I remember him freaking out. Or my mum said he freaked out because they had to use like suction and thing to get her out. And apparently her head just went into a cone. He fucking wigged out, like he had to run out, but he was fucking all sorts. I don't, and I guess this is really sad, but I don't remember the experience. Like my birthing experience, I don't remember it being with him.
Yeah.
I remember being with my mum and my Auntie Jan.
Mm-hmm.
So my Auntie Jan is my mum's older sister.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it being them too. I don't remember him being there. And I don't know, you'll probably see this and be like, back. But like, I don't remember him being, I don't remember him holding my, being with me. I just remember my mum and my Auntie Jan.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think our bodies know when to block things out when we need to focus on other things and need to be in a positive.
Yeah. I remember him being there when I was in the bath, and it was only because it was the first time I ever farted in front of him. I farted in the bath and I was really, really embarrassed.
The first time you had farted in front of him?
I feel like, I've always said that, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm 90%
Please reach out to me.
Yeah. Please don't. But maybe beat that. But I'm 90% sure it was the first time. And that's the only thing I remember of.
And I think that's so wild because on the subject of like farting, I've seen many videos and podcasts and people talking and for years and years about women not farting or pooping in front of their man. And that is wild to me.
I know. So I had a fucking Christmas lunch, dude, of a table full of people. They'll know who they are. Who said they don't fart in front of their partner, bro. They don't.
I'm sorry, but that is cooked. Yeah. Like it takes a while for you to do your first fart and you kind of make a joke about it and you're like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then you're like, oh, no, I'm not going to do it. And then you do it. But if I'm not going to bowl into the bathroom and have a shower while you're taking a shit on the toilet, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sitting there looking at you, staring at you. Like I'm just bowling and doing. Yeah. You know? And if I can't rip a fart in bed.
Yeah. I'd be very careful. But. If I were you.
We are not getting off topic today. We're going to stop the conversations around farting and pooping and save those stories for another time.
Yes. But yeah, so Bonnie, £8.5 she was. She was born at 3:29 p.m.
Is that considered big?
Yeah, she's a big baby. She was born at 3:29 p.m. on the 29th of May. And she will be 18.
And this was literally nearly 18 years ago.
18 years ago, yeah. It's wild. There's
What's
so
that
many
for you?
things that I think of now that's like her ultrasound on a VCR and like all these weird, there's so much new shit now, but yeah. So moral of the story, my birthing was long, it was painful, it was dreadful, I didn't have the best hospital thing, like, but it was what it was and I managed to keep her.
You were about...
She's still
Wasn't
here.
going to let the feds take her away.
No, she's still here. So
You can come and get her now, but
Okay.
not back then.
Please help me. No.
Nah, she's going to get arrested in Bali and I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, I know. It's God no. Oh God. Yeah, it's all happening. So yeah, I'm pretty lucky to have her. She's a beautiful human and she could be
And you
very
both were healthy and happy and
healthy and happy
it's just
young
been you and Bond this whole time, really.
really. Yeah, well, I mean, huge props to, someone who was recently, well, my ex. I'm not allowed to say his name, but he specifically said no. But yeah, he's absolutely incredible. I appreciate him more than anything because he's been there for her these last, the hardest years.
All those teenage years.
Oh, fuck, the hardest years. Like
where you've just got to fight and go head to head.
Fuck. And I would have been lost without him with her.
Yeah.
But she's a good kid. I'm very proud of her and I don't know what she's going to do. I think she knows what she's going to do after school. This is her last year of school.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it's great. But I don't know what she's going to do, but I'm very proud of her.
Yeah,
Very,
that's
very proud
okay.
of her.
She'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got two. You got two birthing stories. You got lots of...
Yeah, and they are completely different.
So different.
They are completely opposite. So my daughter was 5 days overdue. And I don't have a good memory of the birth and I don't know if it's like trauma's blocking it out or a negative experience is blocking it out or maybe my memory's shot because it's really shot lately.
So Ria's 8? Is Ria 8?
She just turned 7.
Oh, she just turned 7.
Yeah, 7 in March and Eli was 4 in April. So they both just turned 7 and 4. So she was born on the 22nd of March, 2018.
Yeah.
I want to say 11:18 a.m. We can check the credentials later.
11:18.
She was £7.5.
Perfect.
Yeah, so like quite small, but not tiny.
In the 7 is perfect.
Yeah. Essentially, 5 days overdue. Started feeling contractions and I think it went for 2 or 3 days.
It's fucked.
Backwards and forwards to the hospital. Waters hadn't broken, wasn't dilated, but I was in horrific pain. And I just had this conversation with...
I had to get my waters broken. Did you have to experience that?
But I had the epidural first, so I didn't feel it. I just felt I'm wet now and the bed was just soaking.
Yeah, I think I was standing up because that was one of the other things that I wanted to say before of like women who get to do, like I always see people like, my water's broke,
I've got a story, so it's okay.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Backwards and forwards to the hospital, they just keep sending me home, like go home. I remember I'm ripping my hair out. I'm screaming. The father of my children, I think he was over it. He wasn't, it was, he was losing his patience and saying things like,
Yeah.
Anyway, so then I was over it because I was over him not, being extremely supportive about it. And then I remember one midwife was like, just go home, put on a comedy movie, try and laugh. I was like, I can't even walk to the car. So anyway, we finally get there. I'm going backwards and forwards, getting freaking morphine shots, having like 30 minutes of sleep, leaving the hospital again, backwards and forwards. Finally, they're going to keep me in. They give me I'm in the shower. It's fucking fantastic. There's like 6 heads on you and it's just great. And then, you've got a temperature, you need to get out. So I get out, I get on the bed, they have to hook me up to all this shit, and I'm like, I can't sit still, like I'm in pain. So
Yeah.
good luck trying to keep this stuff on me. Temperature doesn't go down, so then I have to start antibiotics or something.
Fuck.
I get an epidural. I remember panicking because I hate needles. I won't even get like an immunization. I want to
Yeah.
get my seconds pierced. I don't have the balls to do that.
You got tattoos, bro.
Oh, it's different, bro. Let's not go there.
Okay.
It's so different.
Okay.
Got the epidural, remember feeling nothing and just being like, is it really not that bad, or are you in that much pain that... Anyway, got the epidural, and I was numb. Boobs down, and they had said, you know, you might feel something, you might need a top up. Gone. It was fantastic. I think I then fell asleep for about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It wasn't long. I woke up and was like, oh my God, how long have I been asleep for? She's like, I probably not even an hour.
Mate.
Yeah.
It's the shit.
The father of my children was asleep as well. And then all these bells and whistles are ringing, and they're like, okay, we've just got to check. And then she's all like whispering, and I'm just like, what's going on? I can see the panic in your face. You need to start speaking up. She's like, oh, the heart rate, like the baby's heart rate's going up a bit. Like I'm going to have to get a doctor. Feel like they were running around as headless chickens. Some big wig doctor, midwife, I don't know, walks in, lifts up the freaking thing and goes, oh, the baby's head's out. I'm going to leave you guys to it, and walks away. Her fucking heart rate's going because she's out of my vagina.
Oh my God.
Just hanging there like, I need to come out, bro.
Push.
They didn't check me, nothing.
Oh my God.
So
How old were you when you had Rhea?
I was pregnant at 21 and I had her at 22.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gold Coast Uni Hospital, which has great facilities. And I just remember them being like, okay, shit, like, let's whip that off. We need to get you up in like stirrups because I can't feel my legs. And of course, the father of my children's asleep. Excuse me, wake up. I'm like this. And because like he's over here, I'm like to her, you need to scream at him and push. Like he ain't waking up, bro.
Oh my God.
Excuse me, sir, it's time to have a baby. I'm like, I grabbed something. I'm sure I threw something, or I just started screaming across the room. There's all these people, and I'm like, wake up. And he's like, whoa, what's happening? And I'm like, it's time, get over here. And she's like looking at me like, and I'm like, bro, he's asleep. Like, come on. And I think I pushed like twice.
Wow.
Felt nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. She came out perfect. I got stitched up. I think I tore pretty bad, but luckily didn't feel a thing.
That'd snip me.
Shit.
Snip it. I didn't feel anything because
Yeah.
of the epidural, but snip and sew.
Everything
that
was
shit up.
perfect afterwards, but it was what did you just say? Tighten that shit up.
Tighten that shit up. Yeah.
It was tighten now, baby. And everything was fine, but we did have to stay in the hospital for 2 days after that because I had the temperature during labour. She had to get an antibiotic because it could have made her sick.
Yeah.
So, I don't like saying baby daddy. I think that sounds like, you know, when people are like, oh yeah, my baby daddy. For me, baby daddy sounds like they're not in the kid's life.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was relevant. So her dad had to wheel her up every 4 hours on the dot to wheel her up, get her, whatever. I was numb for hours and hours. All I wanted was to get up and have a shower because I just felt like I was laying in gross stuff. But I couldn't because I was that numb, and they were like, shit, this has really worked on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, it was good. My parents had booked flights regardless because, I mean, how do you time when a baby's going to come?
Right.
So they ended up, like their flights were booked for the next day, which was perfect. So he left, picked them up, brought them back to the hospital, and then we went home, and it was a very strange first couple of weeks. I had no connection with her whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
I was very, let's just feed her, put her in the room, and we'll go to the library and I'll go to the grocery store. It was just so surreal for me.
Wow.
It wasn't an instant like, that's my baby and I'm here to care for it. It was just like, well, I've had it in my tummy and it's been all fun and games this whole time.
And how long did you, how long were you here in Australia with him before you got pregnant?
So I moved to Australia New Year's
You were how old?
21.
Oh, fuck. So it was like
I
quick.
met him the next day and then we were pregnant by January, February, March, April, May, June. So we were pregnant within 5 or 6 months.
Okay.
And then had her the following year after I turned 22.
Yep, so soon. Proceed.
So soon. Yeah. Didn't really have a connection. Didn't breastfeed. That was fucking horrible. I tried so hard and I just cried and there was just so many tears and I was like, I'm the worst mum ever. And my mum's like, I'm going to the shop and I'm buying formula.
Would she not latch on? Or she just didn't want it?
I don't think she latched on. They also thought she had a freaking...
Cleft palate?
No. Tongue tie, which she didn't have.
Yeah.
And it just hurt. And I was just like... And because I think I didn't have the immediate connection, there was no way I was going to sit on the couch every day for hours on end and feed my baby.
Yeah.
No.
I gave up within the 10 days. But I had inverted nipples.
Oh.
I had inverted nipples. So they had like these little things that they'd pop on that was a nipple that could go over your nipple and you'd try and...
They did that for me because of the fucking pain.
Yeah.
But it was at the point where I was like, that kid is not touching my boob.
Oh, wow.
Like I was off it.
Yeah, wow.
And fucking started formula and just... Oh, she was the perfect baby as soon as that started, like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
She slept 8 hours a night from day one. Day one.
Yes.
She would sleep anywhere and anywhere. And I also remember, before I wrap this one up, we would take her to like her family's house and her dad and I would go out and they would call and be like, oh, she's just a little bit unsettled. You know, I've given her a rock. And I'm like, has she had a full bottle? Yep. Okay, cool. Lay her in the bed, make sure all the lights and the TV's off, shut the door, walk away, asleep. She doesn't want to be rocked. She doesn't want to be cradled. She just wants to go to sleep.
Yeah.
She slept all night. So she was the best.
Bonnie was the same. She was, and I always wonder like if that's the difference between breastfeeding and bottle feeding. Like, I mean, it's been a long time. So shoot us, let us know your experiences because
I think there's a lot of controversy and probably unpopular opinions.
There's lots.
Because I feel like I could go on about bottle and boob.
Well, I just mean in a fact of Bonnie slept bottle feeding. It was like when she was little, it was every 4 hours.
Because I guess you make the amount, you get them to drink the whole amount, you know that they're good.
She was
on and off the boob. How do you know?
She was sweet as she'd sleep anywhere. Loud noise, not loud. Like she was perfect.
Yeah.
I did have to rock her quite aggressively for a while, actually.
Oh, that's why she is like she is. No, just joking.
Aggressively, like.
Some babies love that.
Yeah, and she would she fought sleep quite a bit. When she was older, like brutally fought sleeping. But she was good. I don't remember it being bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that was that. And then E-Man. So he was born the 10th of April, 2021. He was 2 weeks early to the day.
Wow.
14 days early. And
so is that class as prem or not?
38 weeks pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And I really like his birth story. Like, I just think, but I also think, like, his dad and I were, the kid's dad and I were in a better place as well. So I think it was just a little bit better. But I'm obviously I'm only 38 weeks pregnant. So there's nothing, and because it's your second child, or I don't know if anyone else feels that way, it's like, it's still exciting, but you're like, I've done this before. Like, I'm not going to go out and like buy all this new stuff, and I'm not going to take a photo every day and be like, oh my God, my belt. Like, come on, let's just get on with it. Like, it's the second child. So I wake up in the morning. No, sorry, a couple of days before that, which probably would have been a cue, but I didn't take that as a cue. Probably is one now. A couple of days before that, I woke up in the morning and I felt really wet. And I was like, is my water broken? Still not thinking anything of it. Went to the bathroom and there was blood. And I was like, okay, like I'm not really worried, but also like, am I going to be able to go about my day if I don't know that I'm cool? Yeah. So I think I went up to the hospital, had a check. They were like, nah, like this will happen. Like you're really close to your due date. No worries. Yeah. But if XYZ happens, you just call us or you come see us again. No worries. So I woke up the Saturday morning and the same thing. And I was like, do I worry about it? And the kid's dad was like, let's just get up. We'll drop Rhea off somewhere to Kylie. And we'll just go up to the hospital and we'll just get checked out. It was like 7 a.m. So I rung Kylie and I'm like, hi, I'm so sorry. can we bring Rhea to you? Like, we've got to go to the hospital. She's like, oh my God, is it happening? Are we in labour? And I'm like, no. We're not. I was like, this is what happened. We just want to go up for a check. We don't really want to take Rhea with us. She's like, of course. Like, drop her to me. Like, no worries.
I think I remember you showing me a video of Rhea at club.
Yeah, she was so sweet. So we drop her off, and of course Kylie comes out and she's like, are you joking? Like, are you trying to make it a surprise? And I'm like, I promise you, nothing has happened. Like, I am fine. Like, I could run a marathon. Like, I'm just going to get a check. I'll call you. We'll come back in a couple of hours. Meanwhile, Rhea gets to Kylie's. Kylie's like, oh, Rhea's older brother is actually still asleep. I'm going to sneak out. Like, her partner's home, or I don't know. We're going to sneak out and get breakfast together because it'll be really nice.
Yeah.
Rhea is sick as a dog, vomits all over the breakfast table, but I don't know any of this until afterwards, obviously. But I just think that that's funny as well.
Yeah.
So we get to the hospital, and as per usual, you pull up in the non-park pit bit. I was like, I'll jump out, I'll head upstairs, you go park the car, the kid's dad, and I'll just meet you inside. Sweet as. So he drops me off, and I've got my blue book, my little book that you take with you.
Yeah.
And I get out of the car,
Blue book.
and I shut the door, and he drives off like he's gone within a second. And I just go, no, I dropped my book, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. I bend over, I pick my book up, I stand back up, woof. And I'm like,
so your blood, that little spot would have been your plug.
and I'm just like, at first I'm like, I'm peeing my pants. Okay, nope, we're going to be fine. I'm just going to hold it. I'm wearing black pants. If I just get inside, I'll get to a toilet. If I've done a little mimmy, doesn't matter. Whoosh. What you think on the movies happened. It is pouring out the pants of my, out my leg of, out the end of my pants. And I'm just like, and the security guard comes over and he's like, ma'am, are you okay? Like, do you need a hand? Because you can see that I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was big. I was like 95 kgs. And I look at him and I'm like, my waters have just broken. I feel fine. I just didn't expect that to happen. He's like, I'll get you a wheelchair. Don't worry about it. So he runs out, grabs a midwife. She comes over. She's like, oh my God, like, and I was like, no. Like, I didn't know this was going to happen. I'm not even here for that reason, basically.
Yeah.
So I sit down and then, do they get me anyway, they wheel me up and you go to the desk and you say while you're there. And she's like, okay, so when have your contractions started and when did your water break and and I'm like, I woke up this morning to come to the hospital to get a check because I had a little bit of blood a few days ago and I was coming for basically a secondary thing. I've gotten out of the car and my waters have broken. I said, I feel fine. I am not in labour. This is just the weirdest coincidence. That I'm still pouring with water. Let me just add, it is still coming. It's not just me being wet. It is it's pouring, bro. They've gotten towels. They've tried to put them around me because I'm.
Oh my God.
There is people, other pregnant women with their husbands and stuff in the waiting room, like, oh my God, like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm good. Like,
but you're just chill out.
Bro, I didn't come here to give birth. I'm just
God.
let me do my check and like, let's go home. So of course, the father of my children finally gets upstairs and he's like, you're in a wheelchair. Did you fall over? Are you okay? And I'm like, no, my waters have broken. And he's like,
oh my God.
what? So anyway, I feel fine. No contractions, nothing. So I'm just chilling, like just saturated and cold.
Yeah.
Like saturated. And a midwife comes and grabs us. He was lovely and really funny. We go into the room and he's like, oh, see what I can find. I don't think I'm going to have a change of clothes for you. And I was like, I'm just going to whip them off because it's cold. And then if you can just get me like a blanket or something, I'd rather just sit in the nud because it's cold. He's like, what music do you want? Let's talk about what you want for your birth plan. I'm just sitting there going to him, I'm not here to have a baby. And he's like, but your waters have broken. And I'm like, yeah, but like, anyway, you go find me the towel. We'll talk soon. By the time he comes back, I'm like, oh, okay, first contraction.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this is hectic. And I'm still in my mind like, we're good. Like,
how are you? Okay, hold on.
I don't know, bro.
I mean, I know you, but like, how are you like, your waters have just broke. You got a little
And I'm like,
contraction.
no, we're going home.
No, we're going home.
I've got 2 weeks left, 40 weeks. So anyway, he comes in, I get checked. I want to say I was like 1.5 centimeters dilated, but I wasn't concerned because I remember being dilated at my last midwife appointment. So I was like, it's the same. We're not bleeding. We're good. And another midwife comes in, really lovely lady again. And she's like, Dad, do you want to go home, grab the bags and come back? And he's like, yep, I can do that. Like, what do I need to do? I think he's a bit in shock too.
Yeah.
Mind you, he's got a fucking broken hand, big cast on, and he's got the same bug that Ria's got. So I don't know this yet, but he's trying not to fucking vomit or pass out the whole time. And I just think that he's a little bit in shock. And I just kept saying to him, no. Don't go get the bags. Just chill. Half an hour goes by. And they look at me and they're like, how far apart are your contractions? Use this. Here's an app. Just tap it every time. And I'm like, okay. She comes back and she's like, holy shit, those are close. And I'm like, oh, I can feel them, but I'm not in pain. Like, and I'm thinking back to Ria thinking like, I've got hours, bro.
Yeah,
like this, I'm sweet.
Ria's like, yeah.
She looks at him. She's like, Dad, this is your last chance. You go home now to get those bags or you don't go. And I look at him and I'm just like, go then.
Yeah.
He leaves to go get the bags. By the time he comes back, I'm in the water pushing.
Oh
I was at the hospital for less than an hour. He was expecting to come back to me in that same room. No, I'm in a birthing suite in a pool because I was like, oh,
Did you have a water birth?
I was like, I'd really like one. And they're like, you know, what have you planned? What's in your plan? I was like, I haven't done a plan. I don't have a plan. I haven't even had my last midwife appointment yet.
Yeah.
I was like, but you know what? I really like a water birth. They're like, yep, done. I get up there, I get in the water. Best thing ever. But then it starts to hit me. Holy shit. I now have to feel the feeling of pushing out a baby and I don't know what that feels like.
So you didn't have drugs with Eli?
No, I couldn't.
Oh, you got the best of both worlds.
I couldn't. So baby daddy comes in. I don't remember him walking. I don't remember him walking in. And I've just got my eyes closed the whole time because of the pain. Mm-hmm. And then I remember being like, no, fuck, nah. And then I just remember, which is like a really nice memory. Finally, no, sorry. And I remember like the kid's dad saying to the midwife, she's just panicking because she had an epidural with our daughter and she felt nothing.
Yeah.
So I felt the head come out. I felt everything.
Yeah.
And then I got whipped out of the water because I was bleeding, but he was perfect. He was 7 pound 8. Perfect. This was about 10 o'clock in the morning. And then had to quickly call Kylie and be like, sorry, I've actually had the baby. She's like, oh, I fucking knew it. And I was like, I swear. She then tells me Ria's sick. The kid's dad is extremely sick. Like, he's trying not to bloody vomit.
Oh, my God.
Called my parents and stuff and just surprised them because they had no idea it was going to happen and like at all, which was fantastic.
I can't believe you had a water birth. That's so cool.
Yeah. And we were home by 6 o'clock. We had the NRL up on the TV. I carried on working. Was sending invoices and eating toast for dinner.
Yeah.
So we arrived at 8 o'clock in the morning.
You're home by 6.
He was born at 10 something, like 10:20 or something in the morning. We were home by 6 p.m.
Love that. And did you feel like you were with Eli, you were full mum mode? Like, did you feel different?
It was full.
See,
like,
so
get my baby changed. I'm getting changed. I'm having a shower. Are we ready to go?
I reckon
just straight mum.
100%.
Still didn't breastfeed. I made the decision before having him. I wasn't even going to bother trying. I wasn't interested. My routine was better, just knowing here's my bottle. This is when I feed him. I don't want to be attached to a baby. I knew that I was going to keep working after I had him, and I knew he was going to go to daycare at a young age, so I didn't want that attachment.
I reckon the difference between being detached from Ria and attached to Eli would have been the mindset and the way you were in your relationship.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely.
Oh, well.
So, two completely different experiences, but I still laugh with Kylie. Like, we just had the conversation because Kylie's pregnant, so she'll have a baby before Christmas, and we just had the conversation about Ria and Eli's births being so different and just Eli's being perfect, just like, just in and out. Yeah. And, like, super grateful. That. And then, So, those are my 2 experiences.
We also love Kylie.
We do love Kylie.
Kylie is a can I explain that?
Yep.
Kylie is we'll call her a co-parent. So Kylie and Kayla have babies to the same man.
Yep.
So the whole time they've obviously since the birth stories they've been really tight. So
Yeah.
we love Kylie.
Yep. And she's going to have her third baby, her second baby to her husband.
Happy Mother's Day, Kylie.
So happy Mother's Day.
that's
super.
cool.
Yeah, so two completely
that.
different experiences.
Right. So with Mother's Day, how do you usually spend Mother's Day? Do you do like Mother's Day things or not?
So I have a mum. I have a great relationship with my mum, and she's in New Zealand, so I haven't spent a Mother's Day with her probably the whole time I've lived here.
8 years. 8 years?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I just call her, I say happy Mother's Day to my sister and all those types of things.
Yeah.
When I was with the kids' dad, I guess it would be more of a family thing. And then I guess things are just different now. The last Mother's Day that I shared with my kids' dad, and I don't think I want to go into detail on the podcast, but it wasn't a nice Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And we separated a few months after that. So the first Mother's Day I had single, which would have been 2023 Mother's Day, I told him I didn't want to see the kids.
Oh, wow.
I didn't want to be around them. I didn't want to see them.
Yeah.
I just couldn't handle it. It was very like, wow, it's my first Mother's Day alone, but I remember the last Mother's Day. So they stayed away. And then I got a partner. So then she made Mother's Day really special. And she lost her mum at a really young age. So we always made it special together.
Yeah.
And now it's Mother's Day. I'm going to have my kids, even though it's not my week with them, I'm going to have them.
Yeah.
And I think we're just going to see some friends that are also mums and just spend the day together.
Yeah.
And just
enjoy
make it good. Yeah. What about you? How's Mother's Day for you?
Yeah, Mother's Day's always been good for me. Bon's always made it special.
Yeah.
She's always done prezzies and breakfasts and stuff like that. Mother's Day is pretty hard for me now because I did lose my mum. Mm-hmm. So I lost my mum 3 years ago now. So the last 3, since losing her, has been pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Not in a sense of she always goes above and beyond for Mother's Day. I'm really lucky to have her. But it's different now. It's definitely different without her. But before that, just making an entrance again, gal.
Slut.
Before that, it was always I'd take my mum breakfast every Mother's Day morning. I'd call her every whatever, but I make sure I ring all my mums and everyone, like my friends and my sister, and make sure it's special
I remember
for
being
everyone.
younger and it was just about your mum, and now it's about your nana, your sisters, anyone that's got a child or want to have a child, or freaking I'll wish my best friend a happy Mother's Day because she's a mother to her dog. I just think it's expanded a lot now from what it was.
Yeah, I think I now make sure that mums are celebrated for being mums. I even do it really weirdly, with my friend Shay. If it's her son's birthday, I always be happy 13 years of being, I'll always make sure.
Yeah, which is interesting because I've only experienced that in the last couple of years, and I can't remember who was the first one to do it, but it was one of my kids' birthdays, and they were like, it was this year I got it as well. Someone messaged me and literally said, happy 7 years of being a mum.
Was it me?
No.
Was it
No,
not?
I actually know who it was now that I think about it. But someone that I know, but I don't hang out with her or speak to her.
Year or not?
I don't know. You might have, but I
usually,
specifically remember her replying to my story because I posted it was her birthday.
Yeah.
And said, happy 7 years of being a mum. You've done an awesome job. Your kids will know when you're older. Hope you're well, girl. XOXO.
Yeah.
No comment about my daughter's birthday. And I just thought, that is so nice.
Yeah.
And then you've said it, and I think you probably did. And I also think my other friend said something about Eli's birthday. And I'm just that's... Things have just gone from being so specific to now quite broad, and I don't know how to explain that. But I get you on that.
Yeah, Mother's Day is good. I would love to spend it. I think last year we went up and I seen my auntie, which is my mum's youngest.
Your auntie that
sister?
I've met?
Yeah, Michelle.
Yeah. Great lady, that one.
Yeah, I always say that I swear that me and my cousin. So me and my cousin Jason are 7 days apart. I swear we were born the same time. And my mum, and she was just like, fuck, I can't
Split
have two.
the kids.
She
Yeah,
just
I'll
gave
give
me
one to my
mum.
sister. Yeah.
That's what I reckon.
Yeah.
But
She'll take that to the grave too.
yeah. She's in the grave.
No, your auntie.
Oh yeah, my auntie. Yeah, she'll take it to the grave. Probs. Yeah.
I can't.
Anyway, if you don't laugh, you
Grieve's
cry, right?
another story for another time, but I can't handle not the jokes, but just, you know, when something's a negative and you just chuck in like a, oh, well.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it. I don't know how to feel about it, especially because I haven't like been your friend for a long time. So I don't really know. Like I haven't lost anyone in a very, very, very long time that was close to me. So I don't really know about grief, but I can't handle the jokes that you throw out because I don't know how to process it. And I don't know if I should be like, oh, well, and like crack a joke with you.
Why
I just walk away. I should just
Look, I've learned the joke thing because if I'm not,
if you don't laugh, you cry.
I'm fucking crying. So
Yeah.
if I don't laugh, I cry.
Yeah.
But grief is a big thing, and I think it's definitely something that we'll go into.
100%.
Podcast.
I think so too.
I really want to write a book
Especially for.
about it.
Okay.
Like really.
I think you could really do that.
Yeah.
I really see that.
Because it's.
Have you finished the Let Them theory?
No, but I'm
I
going to.
would like to read that.
Well, the next
so
9 days I'm gonna smash it out.
I'd like to read it and then I'd like to chat about that as well.
Yeah, for sure. Grief is. It's like without going into like a deep dive into it. It is one of the, and everyone grieves so differently.
Yeah.
Like, over the past 3 years, the amount of people that I've lost is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Whereas for me, I haven't lost anyone since 2009.
Yeah.
I've lost my granddad, but that was okay for me. Like he was ready to go. He was old. But when we talk about people that shouldn't be passing away, I haven't experienced that. So that would be a really interesting conversation for us to have.
Yeah, because
sure.
and everyone definitely does grief differently, but it's fucking wild. Like when I lost my mum, I lost my best friend a month later. So it was like, it's fucking it's a definitely
Your timing's
story.
impeccable.
Yeah, I know. Fucking hell, was that a death joke?
Yeah, but I said I didn't sit well and I'm hot and I want to vomit and I wanted to crack one before, but I was like, I don't think this is appropriate and this could be really offensive and you might divorce me.
No, I won't divorce you, but I mean, it was all right. You're trying. You're getting there.
I'm not doing that again and I want out because it was so uncomfortable.
Okay, well,
give me a good 5 years.
Yeah,
and I reckon I can earn the joke.
Okay,
but I'm not doing that again.
Well, look, we'll get out of the death because
perfect. Let's lighten things up.
I promised you that I'm not going to cry on the podcast. So.
No tears.
Oh, it's my friend, my best friend Shay. It's a nude of her. Old phone tings. Anyway, I've got some questions for you.
Okay.
I've got like a little pop quiz.
Okay. Let's finish the potty off on a positive note.
All right. So I'm going to ask you a few little mum things.
Oh, God.
So
I hope it's not actual like something that they would ask in school because I'll fail.
Statistic things.
Okay.
So you're going to try and guess the top 3 baby names of 2025.
Like 3 for male and 3 for female?
Nah,
or?
just pick 3 because there was 3 for male, 3 for female, but I just wrote down 3. So
I feel like common names are still a thing.
I'm going to do, there's 2 girls and 1 boy.
Okay. The boy name's going to be Matthew.
Nope.
Am I on the right track? Can I get 3 guesses?
3 guesses.
Jordan.
No. 1 more guess. Starts with the L.
Lucas.
No. Liam.
Liam. Okay.
2 girls' names. Go.
Oh, I shouldn't. I was just going to start judging. Oh.
They're pretty standard names. Okay, do you want me to?
Sophie.
Oh, you're fucking very close. It's
Sophia.
yeah.
Other one will be like Lily.
Nah, it's a bit like though.
First letter.
Oh,
Olivia.
yeah.
Yeah. Standard.
Sorry to all the Olivias.
Shout
out
outs to
there.
the Sophias, the Olivias, and the Liams.
Yeah, we know a little cute Sophia. No, Bon. And then I do know Liam. Okay. What do you think the biggest baby was in 2025? You can do pound or kilo.
The baby's coming from China or Japan. I've seen those videos. But 2025, like a recent one.
Yeah, I'm doing all 2025. What's the
10 pound, that happens quite often. So I'm going to have to go with 15 pound.
Lower.
Oh. 14 pound.
Well, this is in 2025, so I can definitely get the statistics of the biggest baby
So it's
ever
happened already
born.
this year.
Yeah.
13.5 kg. I'm sorry, pound. I don't know kgs when it comes to babies. 12
been the
pound
biggest this
6.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest is
you poor
definitely a
foof.
Chinese fucking 15 pounder
Yeah,
or some shit.
I've seen those.
wild
Yeah.
babies. Okay. Two more. Considering you're a cat mum to the cats, what is a mother cat called?
A mother cat.
You love this.
There's a cat, and then the cat has kittens.
What is a mother cat called? Is a fucking
cat.
name for no dickhead. There's a name for.
Is there a name for the dad
fucking
cat?
Love this. Yeah, probably. We're not doing that. It's Mother's Day. We're shouting out all the mums, bro.
On me?
They can be.
On me, puss puss.
If you were a mother, what would you be called?
Can you please tell me your name? Can I have a clue or a
So they can be called one or the other. So there's two names that a mother cat can be called.
This is
One
news
starts
to me.
with a D, and one starts with a Q.
A Q? A D?
It's the one thing in the world that you love.
Dick?
Well, yeah, but no, we're not calling a mother cat a dick. I'm always so slouchy.
One thing in the world that I
It
love.
hurts. It's because I've been a mother for 18 years. My bones are fucking hurting.
D. And
I'm just
I
gonna
love
tell
it.
you.
Okay. I give up.
No, I said you love the D, not that you love the name of what.
Oh, I thought you meant that this name, I love it. So I was thinking like lollies, chocolate. That doesn't start with a D.
Well, they can either be called a queen or a dam.
A dam.
Yeah.
Is this creditable information?
Yeah, I got off Google.
I got off good. Well,
She's not a mother, so you can't call her that. She's an orphan. I rescued her from a fucking orphanage. Okay.
that's really interesting, guys.
I'm mad at her because, yeah.
You're always
queen or
just
dam.
leave her. She's on my toes for a reason. She's protecting me.
Here's a good final question for the mother questions.
Okay.
How many mums do you think are in the world? Out of 7.5 billion humans in this world, how many of them do you think are mothers?
Wow. Okay.
Are you proud of me?
That's so good.
That's a good one, eh?
That's a good one.
I know.
So
Genius.
this is really going to show how good I am at math. So you're saying there's 7.5 billion people in the world?
How many of them are mothers?
Let's just split that in half and go male, female. So we've now got, let's say, 3.5.
I'd like to know how many more men there are than women or women.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can Google that. Go.
So if there's like 3.5, then we're going to have to half that again because half of them will be under the age of 6. This guy I was seeing once last year would always ask me questions. It was like a fun thing we did. Like, oh, so, and I can't, he would say to me, I'm going to ask you a yes or no question. Is the grass green today? And I could never answer yes or no. I'd have to go, well, yesterday the grass was pink. So, and he'd be like, Kayla, it's a quick question. I'm doing it again. I'm just trying to work it out.
How many mums?
So there's 7.5. We're going to do 3.5 because there's only 3.5 females. Then half of that are actually under the age of 16. So, well, under the age of not being able to have a baby. I'd like to say there's 2.45 billion mums in the world.
Just repeat that.
2.45 billion mums.
You're fucking close, bro.
Am I? Why? Because my shit works out, bro. So you can fall asleep all you like, bro, but I know what I'm doing.
2 billion mothers in the world. You fucking know. You were close. That was good.
Yeah, that's
Apologies
a good
for
question.
my micro nap.
Yeah,
So-
leave me alone, bro. I need to calculate things in my head.
So roughly 2 billion. So that's 30% of the global population are mothers.
30% of the population are mothers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are you going to have more kids?
Nah, one's enough. Well, look, I did want to. Year or so, whatever, a couple of years ago, whatever. I really did want to.
But right now in this moment?
Nah.
No.
I held a baby the other day. It was beautiful, and I smell like. I mean,
But you
not
just
this-
love
not
giving
this
it back?
Jumper. It was like little vomit smell, you know, when you sniff their neck and they're just so cute and little and squishy, and you pick them up and they squish.
No, they do
Their
the
little
stretch.
No, they do the scrunch.
Oh, no. Yeah, they scrunch. Yeah.
And I
Okay.
love them. But nah, I don't think I'll ever have babies. And I mean that might very much change. Like I was having a conversation with a lady the other day, and I was saying like, it's not funny because
Sorry, it was just a really quick answer.
Not boring. Funny one, see. She said to me, "Oh, do you want more kids?" And I was like, "Nah." I said, "I have thought about like freezing my eggs." She's like, "How old are you?" I was like, 33. She's like, "Dude, are you fucking kidding?" Because one lady had said to me like, you know, once you hit early 30s, like that's it. Like you sort of based as
My mum had me at 40. So it's going to happen when you do that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and now I'm like, no, my body is my body, and I do like my endo.
It's meant to be.
Yeah,
One of
I
those?
think I'm
Yeah.
a little bit infertile because of endometriosis, but
I always thought I was infertile. I just think you need some good sperm.
yeah,
Yeah, ones that lay off the weed.
if it happens. So don't sleep with bong heads.
They don't have... Well, do it because then you just won't get... Well,
Oh,
I'm not saying you won't
okay.
get pregnant, actually, but I'm saying there's probably less of a chance.
Yeah, don't have babies with bong heads, you mean.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so nah,
Okay.
nah, my baby's enough. Yeah. You want
You-
more kids? Please say no. Fuck.
I'm
that's
content.
enough. I've got your two. That's fucking that's enough.
It's definitely
for me.
enough,
For me and Bonnie, that's
but
enough.
I'm in that stage where I'm just like...
I talk, she talks, yeah.
What?
I said, I don't even think Bonnie will want to have kids because Rhea and Eli are enough for her.
Yeah, wow, it'll scare her off.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that. No, because I always,
like these
even when I was
fucking
with their
gremlin.
dad, we wanted more kids, but I was...
That's how I feel like I sit the whole episode. I'm like this. Nah, all the people that know me are going to see me in this position because you're going to fucking cut it up and put it on Instagram, and they're going to go, oh, did you see Renee look this? That's why I'll be single for the rest of my life.
That is why I'm not having any more babies.
That's why.
Yeah, no, I always said I wanted to be done by 30. That was obviously when I was in a relationship, but I still feel the same way. I don't know how I would feel having a baby older when I've already got kids. I don't know if I want to go backwards. However, what was I just going to say? However, I may find the love of my life and fall in love and actually be in a healthy, fantastic relationship. And after a long time, maybe after a year, we decide we want to have a child together.
Yeah. So it's not off the cards.
It's not off the cards, but as it is right now, I'm okay if I don't have any more. Like, I'm not out there to find my man to have a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I want to find a man in the future, but I'm not out there to find a man to have a kid.
Roger. Love that. Yeah, no more babies. We've
Yeah.
got enough in this household.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's expensive.
Yeah.
Trying to
it's
get rid of
fucking
my cats,
expensive.
so-
Anyone want cats? Anyone who lives in the Gold Coast, if they would like
Got
to
2 cats,
foster
brother and a
two-
sister. They're really lovely, but it just is too much. Too much.
Yeah, anyone wants some cats, shout out.
Yeah. Anyway, happy Mother's Day
Happy Mother's Day
to all of the mothers, the future mothers,
the mums
the
without
past
their
mothers, the mums without their mums,
mums
the
without
people
their
without their
mums.
mums,
Oh, yeah.
the daughters without their mums. How does that
No,
work?
the humans.
The grandmas, the mums, the cat mums, the queens, the dams, all of it.
Good. Yeah.
all of it. Yeah.
All the mamas.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Should we end the pod with a big Bon hug?
Come here, Bonnie. Bonnie's been standing here the whole time.
She's been watching us do the Mother's Day special.
She also got us matching gifts.
Yeah. Oh, love you. You want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers?
Happy Mother's Day.
And say, I'm never having a baby.
I'm never having a baby because of Eli and Rhea.
Yee! Happy Mother's Day, guys.
Happy Mother's Day. Love you.
We're having hot dogs for dinner.
Yeah.